Hey beer tubers, it's Ryan. Thanks for joining me again for another edition of San Diego Beer Vlog. Today I'm going to start my short little vertical, so to speak, of Stone's Vertical Epics series. Today we're starting with the 08 bottle. I did not buy this when it came out. I actually found this bottle at one of the shops I go to a few months ago. So if you read the back of the bottle on here, they talk a lot about what inspired them for this beer, and based on their description, I believe they were influenced by Le Chouff's Houblon Triple IPA, and that's pretty much what this beer is. It's a triple IPA, but it's hopped up with your typical West Coast style variety of hops, Amarillo and Simcoe. So I don't know how the hop character is going to do with this beer. It's 2+ years old. But let's get it open, get it into my Vertical Epic glass. First time I'm reviewing a beer with this, although this is the same glass I had at the brewery when I was there for 10-10-10. This is an unfiltered beer. What's nice about all these Vertical Epics is you can go on their website and get the homebrew recipe. So if you can't find it, you can maybe attempt to brew your own version of it. And they mentioned everything you need. The malt bill on this is just pale malt. They use some oats and candied sugar, so real simple malt bill. Amarillo hops. They're using a Belgian Golden Ale strain from White Labs. I believe it's similar, if not the same, as the Duvel yeast. Okay, pretty poor on my part. Didn't get any head on there. This beer is pretty big though. It is 8.6 ABV. This is also the only beer I didn't have when I was at the brewery for 10-10-10. And it's just a very light golden color. Good amount of carbonation. The setting on my bottle kind of came up, and so it's clouding it up pretty good. I do have some yeast in there. A decent amount of carbonation. Let's get the nose on it. Yeah, you get some faint hop character, just especially from the Amarillo. You do get like a faint citrus quality to the nose, but mostly it's the Belgian yeast. The yeast strain they're using produces some nice spice notes on there, kind of like a coriander-ish kind of spice note. You also get some of the breadiness from the yeast, and I'm also getting maybe some sweetness from it, maybe from the candied sugar they used. Although most of that probably got fermented out. It does have a nice sweet aroma to it. So let's dig in. Cheers. Ooh, very nice. I don't know how this beer was when it came out fresh, but that 8.6% ABV, that alcohol in there, can't taste it at all. It's just real smooth beer. That's the first thing I noticed with it. Dry finish as you expect from a lot of the Belgian beers. So up front, you get like a combination of some of the spiciness from the yeast strain and some of the bitterness from the hops. The hops are very muted, but they are present. You do get a little citrus flavor going in there from that Amarillo. I think some of the like the pininess from the Simcoe kind of blends in with some of that spice as well. It's a medium to medium high body on it, even though it's a very light grain bill. Still a ton of flavors coming from this. And yeah, it does remind me somewhat of the Houblon Triple IPA from Chouff. It's got some similar characters. I think Le Chouff though, the hop bill is probably a little different on that one. But with some triples, you know, you get some of a lot of the yeast esters coming out, and this one has some that spice, but I'm also picking up like a hint of banana in there as well. Yeah, just a nice smoothness overall this beer, but you have the hops in there. They're not very strong at this point, 2 years in. You got some nice spiciness, a bit of breadiness, very nice dry finish on this beer. It's tasting really good after 2 years. I think this one was probably stored in a pretty good spot, out of the light, probably in a cold place. But yeah, I'm gonna have to give this beer an A. This is, I didn't know what to expect from it other than being a bit of a hopped up triple. And yeah, I mean, obviously the hops are gonna fade after this amount of time, but it's drinking real nice, real smooth beer. Reminds me a lot of Le Chouffe and Houblon Le Chouffe as well. So I don't know if you guys can pick up this bottle anymore. You probably have to get it in a trade. I'm going to try to see if I can still find this one on the shelves. Hopefully it's not sold out, or maybe some of the stores will put out some more bottles next year for the 11-11-11 release. But until next time, please comment and subscribe. Cheers.